Okay, course 2, this is our test review. We're using test A to review. So remember, test B, 15B, is going to be just like 15A, only with different numbers. So the first question, write a proportion to solve this problem. If 12 books weigh 40 pounds, how much would 21 books weigh? Okay, proportion, 12 is to 40 as X is to 21. We're going to cross multiply. So we're going to get 40x equals, and then 21 times 12 is, let's see, 242? I don't know, let's do it again. 21 times 12. You get a 2, you get a 4, you get a 1, you get a 2. 252. Then 40 goes into 252 how many times for our x? Well, let's see. 40, can it go into 25? No. Can it go into 252? Oh, well, yeah. How are we going to figure that out? Let's see. I'm going to think 24, so I'm going to say 6, and that's going to give me 240. 7 would give me 280, and that would be too much. So I'm going to write 6. That would be 240. And then drop down a 0. Can 4 go into 12? Yes. How many times? 3. So 40 can go into 123 times. So 63. 63 what? 63 pounds is my answer. Don't forget that label. Number 2 says, what is the average between these two numbers marked on this number line? Well, I counted it out for you, and you're going to have to count out. There's going to be 10 little hash tick marks here between here and here. So we have 3.8 plus 5.8, and then we're going to divide that by 2 to get the average, right? So 8 plus 8 is 16. Carry the 1. That's 9.6. 2 goes into 9 4 times. That would be an 8, right? Then it goes into 16.8 times. So 4.8 would be the solution to that one. Number 3, trapezoid. Okay, you need to know the formula for trapezoid. And it's going to say, first of all, what is the perimeter? Well, all we have to do is add that all up, right? So here we go. We're going to add them all up. 7 plus 9 is 16. So put the 6 here. Carry the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 56. 56 what? Inches. So 56 inches is my perimeter. And now look, it's going to ask me area. How do we do area? Half base 1 plus base 2 times height. So we have 10 plus 19 times 12, and then you divide that all by 2. All right, so that's 29, right? So let's do 29 times 12. We are going to get 18, carry the 1, 5, 9, 2, so we're going to get 8, 14, and that was a 2, correct? Yep, so 348. We're going to divide that by 2. Goes in there once, 2, 1, 4, 7, and 4 goes in there. Or 2 goes into 8 4 times. So 174 what? Inches what? Squared. Don't forget those labels. Number 5 says 4 squared is how much greater than the square root of 4? All right, well, 4 squared means 4 times 4, right? So that's 16. What's the square root of 4? What number times itself equals 4? Well, that would be 2. So 16 minus 2 would be what? 14. So the square, or 4 squared is 14 greater than the square root of 4. Okay, you just have to figure those out and then do that little bit of math. Number 6, use a ratio box because we love ratio boxes. So we know that there are 550 students attending the assembly. If the ratio of boys to girls in the assembly was 6 to 5, how many girls attended? All right, so I was told that 6 to 5, I'm going to add it up for 11 total, right? 6 plus 5 is 11. And I'm told that the total number of people was 550, but I want to know how many girls. So I'm going to put my X right there. That's my proportion. So I got 5 is to 11 as X is to 550. So I have 11x equals, well, what's 5 times 550? I don't know. Oops. Oh, I can't do this when it's so close to the edge. 55 times 5, or 0, 5, 2, 7, 2750. Okay, 2750, but that's not my answer. I have to divide that by 11. How many times can 11 go into 27? Well, only 2 times, because 3 would be 33, right? So I got a 2. I'm just doing it weird so I have room. So 22, 7 minus 2 is 5, so drop down the 5. Look at that, 55 would go in there 5 times, and then we have that 0. So 250 of the 550 were girls. So 250, can I write that without my paper slipping? Girls. All right, then we have, whoa, hang on there. We have number 7. Use a unit multiplier to convert 4.6 or 6.4 grams to milligrams. It looks like it even gives you what they're worth. So all you have to know how to do is set it up. So 6.4 grams, and I want to have milligrams, so I'm going to put that on the top. Put grams on the bottom. What did it say? It said 1 gram equals 1,000 milligrams. So I'm going to put 1 here and 1,000 here. All right, so I'm multiplying 6.4 by 1,000. Where's that decimal going to go? To the right. How many places? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have 6,400. 6,400 what? Milligrams. Don't forget the labels. All right, number 8 says diagram this statement. Sebastian, this is your favorite. It says in the first fifth of the season, the Madrigals play 12 games. Okay, right away I know there's going to be 5 boxes, and I know 12 is going to be in each one because it said in the first fifth there were 12. So that means in the second fifth there were 12, in the third fifth there were 12, the fifth fifth, fourth and fifth. There you go. So now we have this box, but now we have to answer the questions. How many games did the Madrigals play during the whole season? Well, I know that 12, come on, Mrs. B. 12 times 5 is 60. So they played 60 games. Then it's going to ask, well, if the Madrigals won 60% of their games, how many games did they win? So you are just going to take point, or here, put 60 multiplied by 0.60. Don't even have to have that 0, but let's just put it there. 0, 0, 36, right? Because 6 times 6 is 36. Move my decimal in 1, 2 places. So my answer is 60% of those games would be 36 what games? That's right. All right. Question number 9 says 72 is 4/5 of what number? It's multiplication, so what do we need to do? We need to divide. We're going to divide 72 by 4/5, but that really means what, kids? Multiply the reciprocal. Oh, you are such geniuses. All right, so I'm going to put it like that. Can I cross cancel? I think I can, because this is an even number and this is an even number. So I'm going to try 2. 2 can go in here twice. 2 would go in there 3 times. That would be 6, and you'd have 1 left over. So it would go, 2 would go into 12 6 times. Oh, look, I can do it again. 2 can go itself once. 2 can go into 36. 2 would go into 3 once, and I'd have 1 left over. That would be 18. So now my denominator is 1, so I don't even have to worry about that. So 18 times 5 is 90. So 90 is my answer. 72 is 4/5 of 90. All right. 1/10 of what number is 201? Okay, it's still a multiplication, so I'm still going to divide. So, or actually, what? Multiply the reciprocal. That's right. Times 10 over 1. Oh, I can't do anything, right? So what is 201 times 10? You're just going to add a 0. That's right. It's the easiest one of all. Bam. That is the answer. If you don't believe me, you can do all of the math your own self. All right, number 11. We have these negative and positive problems. Remember, if they share a sign, it's positive. If they're different signs, it's negative. So 9 times 2 is 18, and because they share a sign, it's going to be a positive 18. 9 times 6 is 54, but they do not share a sign, so it's going to be negative. Negative 9 divided by negative 3, it's going to be positive. 3 goes into 9 how many times? 3 times, positive 3. And then 9, positive 9, divided by negative 1, different size, it's going to be negative. 1 goes into 9 how many times? 9. So negative 9. One more, and then I'm going to stop and do part 2 because I can't make long videos. I don't know why. Okay, so this one says, find the volume. Oops, sorry about it. Find the volume if each edge of the cube is 5 centimeters. What's the volume? Well, each edge is 5. 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. Times 5, we get, oh, that was a weird one, 125. 125, these were centimeters. So it's going to be centimeters what? Not squared, because I'm doing volume. That's right, cubed. 125 centimeters cubed. All right, we'll do the next, or to the end on the next video, part 2. See you later in a minute.